Hello everybody and welcome to my Sunless Sea recording. I have had a minor lip operation this morning, so if I am speaking weirdly or I'm slurring, please understand that I'm sorry and it would probably go away eventually. I have played this game a little bit. I have rage quit out of it several times. I thought I'd record it because it seems like a fun game. So let's get started. Shoes are passed. Okay, so who do we want to be? We can be street urchin. Our street urchin gang cast us out because we were too tall. That last big score is enough to buy a ship. A poet. Educated and articulate. I want to go to see your long, thank good father, I had a writ patience. Veteran, I've been at war with hell. Ordinary priest, an ordained priest. I'd be a priest, I'd be a priest about. Natural philosopher. I think I'll be a street urchin. I've got too tall. And that's my friend who was also too tall. A Longshank is recently graduated from an urchin gang, but did she learn to fire a cannon? We have some stuff. We have some things. Why are we at sea? Z. So do we want to collect our father's bones? I think we're going to go with fulfillment. And we will click through these all later. And write books. We're going to try and collect stories. And everyone can refer to me as Milady. So everyone can Milady me. Or ma'am. Ma'am, sir. Term address. Popular among those of... something statements. Milord, perhaps. You know... Captain, short as well as seasoned. No, I ain't no fucking noble, get fucked. A sea urchin, no, I'm a street urchin noble. A noble urchin. Oh. Trying out a new mouse man. It's a book of mine. Okay then, so. Sorry, I have bad hay fever right now. It's going to be disgusting for a sec. Lip. Squid head. We're a writer, so we'll be a writer. Right then, let's get going. Only gods in the deep sea are nameless. I need a name. J. Hey. J. The Lady J. Fall in London, deep, dark, marvellous. All voyages started here, and this is where successful voyages end. Ooh, a passenger. Someone in the docks wants to board your boat. Why are you not working? There we go. He who has... Here we go. Agreed to carry the anxious university student. Just moving some stuff. Boom, there we go. To Hunter's Keep. Go! He jumps for joy, you taking aboard. Thank you, thank you. Please take me to Hunter's Keep. Right away, lawn flute, a dead horn, wash ashore. I'm doing my thesis on them. Do you know they can digest human memory? What are they then? What are they? How odd. London. Get mushroom friend. He's a mushroom. They're weird. I don't really understand them. If we go into officers, he's a chill mushroom who's drawn a moustache and he can speak, sort of. He's kind of mischievous. It's made itself a home on your shelf in your cabin. It has built nests of a nest from loose journal papers, the engineering scarf, and possibly pilfered map. You can see the indentation of a porthole on the rim of its cap. It must be pressing its face into the window again. Is it bored? You can tickle it. The blemigan flails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly a giggle. When you stop to check that you're not actually hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your finger and pulls your hand back. Apparently it's enjoying itself. I hope it's just a tickle. A bit of poke and tickle. I read the newspaper. There's still a You know, war's a war. The Z's always changing. Apparently, I would know. Blah blah blah. This captain's kind of just going to be like a tester captain trying to figure it out. And then when they die, inevitably, because I'm bad at games, the next captain will be the one we really care about. Because I've never got first captain because I always rage quit. So this time, I'm sticking to it. We'll go into the office, the Admiral's office. Ah, we pay for information from sea captains to find out what and how. Is there anything particular you need? I can be secretive. I'll hide it in my butthole. Speak to our agent and return. We'll see what you're awarded. Visit the receive strategic information from Gator's Morn in the Corsier's Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Great. I'll just keep on. Right, let's head out. Let's head out quicker. So we have a student who wants to go to Thunder's Keep. Now, this map never changes, so I know from like there up to here, there's a place there that's kind of interesting. And I know like, here, like it kind of, you'll see what I mean. So it's in like lines of difficulty. At first I thought, because the lines are like this, okay, they go from the top down to the bottom. I thought like this whole area would be easy. No. The further south you go, the more dangerous shit gets. The further north you go, the more dangerous shit gets. The further west you go, the more dangerous shit gets. Everything wants to kill me everywhere. Great. Don't need the light on right now. Oh! It's moved. Oh, I know it's not still. So every single time I've gone with upgrading my boat more than anything, because I think a better boat means better stuff. I can do more dangerous shit. I think this time I'm going to save up and I'm going to buy the house first, then you can get a good will. With a will, then I can bequeath more stuff onto the idiots. So I'll be more likely to try and keep the captain alive, because I'm not going to rage quit. A quiet isle with a grand old house. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist like 100 undersea islands. Other undersea islands. You stand on the rock. Oh, okay. Hump of rock, but there is a grand house. Windows aglow, lanterns impossibly green and lush in false starlight. Raked gravel path. Raked gravel path. You stand on the dock as the sea. It should be Z because everything else down is Z. As the sea nudges your ship's sides, an unexpectedly warm breeze carries a faint trace of lavender. I miss the smell of lavender. Inspect the lawn fluke. What? With the anxious humidity, it lies on the shore. Just beyond the hill, you can make out the fluke spikes of the grass. Fluke. Flukes? Wait, what's a fluke? The anxious student rushes by you, whooping, but he stops on the hilltop on shore, standing before the mass of dead needles, in a drowny in a nautical postal uniform. Oh, is a drowny in a nautical postal uniform. He glowers up at you. This is not where the fluke belongs, the drowny cries in a tummy voice. It's to be taken elsewhere. It already has a delivery label. That means I have to deliver it. The student sneers. Sod your label. Captain, hang on. Sod your label. Captain, help me haul the beast to Station 3. My advisor at the college has arranged room there for its discretion and study. My work will benefit us all. Who does the corpse go to? It is already labelled after all. Or, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, the students. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, he says. Listen, if I get hold of a package and it has a label on it, I'm going to deliver it to the people. The lawn fluke is tied by very reluctant sailors to drag behind your stern. On your deck, the drowning postman smiles relieved. I was worried you wouldn't understand. Take me to Nico at your lees. He glares at the railings. The anxious student stands on shore, shouting and swearing at you, tears falling from his eyes. The drowning shrugs and head back below deck. So have I got a dead person and a postman? It's rare something to find so awful that washed on shore. Okay. Cool. A hump of dark. Okay. Present yourself. Walk the windows. Oh, shall I sneak? Let's be sneaky. Oh, plummy cliffs, soft green lawns, well tucked away in the fold of the grounds. Anything else? Let's have a look. Ships rarely come in. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the island, and the house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing has changed, at least. You have a report. Spy on the house. This place may not be as simple as it seems. A straightforward challenge. You peer through half-open French window into a grand parlour. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style, by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another fair-haired, but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. The third sits in the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says. The piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! We do not speak of it. She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. Dun dun dun! So I have a theory. They're like memory vampires. Okay, I've heard a ship come in. Why hide? Sup, bitches? A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you the parlour. The three young women. A visitor! The young cries. The next youngest chuckles. The elder sighs. Do excuse the decorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in time. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Oh. Lunch. News. A lot of acquaintances with sisters. You are not acquainted with sister. Even when the sisters aren't feeling social, they are tempted out by the lair by the smell of new stories. You stand at the side. That's not true. Cynthia, the eldest, manipulative, occasionally dramatic. Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, relentless, prone to giggles. Phoebe, a soft voice, watchful, unpredictable. Lucy. Lucy leans over to whisper to you confidently a complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic, and the butler in Victor's bed. Candles flickers. Dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window pails. By the time the plump pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. You are now acquainted with the Hunter's Keep. I have been given food. I am no longer hungry. I have the Z-Stone God's attention. Ah, finally, the gods see me. I think we're done here. Is there anything else? Oh, it seems the parlour's empty. Where are the sisters? The maid makes it clear through a series of unwelcome growls that Phoebe and Lucy are all three indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. Oh. How odd. Okay, I guess we're leaving. We should head... Where? Bound for Nunica. I have no idea what that is. Someone in London requires your service. Oh, and I have to go and find which directions. Right, north or south? What do you reckon? Oh, let's try north. Guns ready. We got to kill a giant jellyfish. I have this theory that if I just keep driving around, it should miss me on its charge. It did not. My plan did not work. I'm devastated. That bell means that I can go to any port and continue a mission I left. But is there like, are there like points that do more damage if they hit or less damage? Okay, the Gillifloofer is a young jellyfish. A lesser subspecies. Do the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad secret dissolving in the sea. Perhaps you can eat it. Better yet, perhaps the sailors can. My sailors can eat it. It would save us some supplies. Watch its face. Watch its colour frame and oily colours face. Unlock survey. Unlock when you have a port report of visitors. Oh, very cool. From above, the jellyfish captors look a bit like a woman's face. She dissolves into a smeared paint. Great. This is that line I was talking about. Like, there it is. That's the line, that red line. It's just, you'll see more when I fill in the map. Ooh, what's this? Crab cake. Let's go round crab cake. I wonder if there are any crabs around crab cake. There's another eel in there. Is this what we're looking for? Pig Moat Island. Probably not. There's another boat. I think it's the same boat as my boat. Although their boat does look a bit bigger than my boat. There's a port, 6. See what they got. Discovered Saints Haven. Secret. Speak to your officers to improve your abilities. Who can we speak to? I'll sharpen you up. Spending a secret, improve your iron, but no higher than 50. Oh, okay. Alright, Captain. Hang on. Yeah. Alright, Captain. What do you want me to shoot now? Secret. Why did she come to the sea? We'll start with that. I always like to do that. Proposition long-term gunner. The gunner has grown bored of subtlety, ensuring your iron is at least 20 points higher than irons. I need 71 iron. Why'd you come to the sea? It's like the flint at sea, right? No one tells you what to say or do. I mean, I am the captain, so, you know, do what you're told. Although I do like your mushroom scarf. Oh, that's pretty cool. No one to kick you downstairs just because you're a little bit tall. I'll be a faithful officer. Put me ashore at the shadow and I won't forget you. Zarn Shadow is east of Zarn's proper in the east central undersea. Give me... yes. Excellent. It goes up 1. Wow. Amazing. What's that? Vials? Yeah. The gunner ran with the regiment of urchin gang who cape a cannon in a high clock tower. But the urchin gang rejects adults and now she piles her skills at sea. From the way she stumbles over the story, she still misses them. Oh, honey. It's okay, because now you're with an idiot like me who can't figure out forward. There you go. Why am I with this moron? Because you have nowhere else to go, like all good stories. Two houses, both alike in dignity. Let's have a look. There is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. This stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth from which sprouts stunted palms, not quite tall fungal growths with folded caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Disembark, see what awaits you. War. War? As you step onto the quay, you hear clamour, shouts and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving as if awaiting your approach. What's with the book?
I would have gone, but look at the date and time.
Yeah, that's your birthday and the exact time of the barbecue.
Yup.
We can go if you want.
I'm gonna arrange this.
We can cancel the barbecue like that.
I think we can do something else.
Okay. Paint our hands black.
I mean, like, I think rather than go to something like this, I think, you know, speaking out, if, like, when it's happening is more
Productive. I agree.
Like, if we didn't have anything, yes, I'll be all for it.
Any day that wasn't one of your either our birthdays. I agree. Lovely. The following is an extract from the popular Diary of a Z Captain from the London to Aram and what we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island and subsequently serialized in an underpurged Gazetta. The author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pygmy Island, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, and war is declared. A most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Okay, cool. Chapter 1. Oh, I see. So for my book, this is a chapter out of my book. Cool. I think. Or it's just a book I found. It's not very specific. The figures were rodents. To my left was a rat Faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig wearing a helmet, a breastplate, resemblant of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forwards first and bowed. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I love it. This rat has excellent English. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back at precisely the same moment with what appeared to be the ease of long habit. The guinea pig scuttled forwards and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Calvar. I am Lady Augusta Devood Zex Switch of the Blackwater Switches. Oh my god, I hate this already. Something of our King Gracenor, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost you is a choice. Two stand at attention, looking expectantly. I spoke to the chief engineer. His eyes had a wave cold glint to them, and he wore his scars like jewels. Very proud of him, like an orc in D&D. A rat in the making. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long measured moment before speaking gruffly. Gruffly? Oh. We came to this land to make... That's too gruff. That's hoarsely. I can't do gruff. Yeah. We came to this land to make our... That's more middle country. Just do it in a deep voice. We came to this land to make home for ourselves away from London. It's cats and snuffers. It's rat skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with tools, our teeth, our clever hands. And we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Atarat. Chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from atop Mount Atarat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of caves who saw the light and lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We are not permitted to take them, for them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us defeating them? So they came to the island like refugees. They saw this bright light, probably what they were running towards, and they thought, we'll have that. Go through the woods, take it. How did an armoured guinea pig manage to look so regal? Oh god. The sentinel cleared her throat with a decayed rival of the the Duchess's own before speaking. Grace nor the King, our Lord and Sovereigns, full 7 months had something on the sea, conquered this land and won the Southerners' main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind the mountain. Unluckily was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured be that our glory is in their fall. When our lady eyes restored, when our ladies are restored, be to our hall? What? Oh, you're speaking in rhyme. Oh, that's annoying. The Senate composes herself and add, we saw truth and beauty by the light of our lady's eyes on Mount Catching, but the rats with their guns and their chitter and their peasants' politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are rabble, and we will rule them with steel-shoed belts of our paws. Will you join us? Ooh. With the current climate of what's going on, so these guys are like refugees, came here, saw a pretty jewel, nicked it, because they worship it. These guys sailed here because their king sailed with them, and they're a warish nation. They want to subjugate the rats, and I'm kind of agreeing with the rats here, I'll be honest with you guys. I made a choice. I attempt to broker peace. Surely the Kiwis are more numerous than the differences. Perhaps I can help them get along. I mean, they're both rats, sort of, with a guinea. They're both shorter than me. Like, you know, I could probably make them peace. Chief entered this shared look, then regarded me with scornful amusement. Yes, mate, you're absolutely much cleverer than us. Oh, much, muttered the son. You clearly know us much better than we know ourselves. Apparently, idealism would not help them. Cool. I'm with the rats. Power to rat people. Woo! I also knew too well that rat-made weapons could do. He seemed grumpy but honest. I like honesty. But I also knew all too well that rat-made weapons could do. What? A charm or fondness for London's rat-skin coats that swayed me, perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about the civilization. Get fucked. Look at this. She's literally wearing the skin of the people she's fighting. No. Bad. I extended a finger to Rat Chief, who shook it grimly. The Seal hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept a distance. You have made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. I've gained fuel, I've gained food. An occurrence. Your memoirs, a rat in the making. Quality is now won. You chose to help the rats. Oh, fucking hell. I am going to take a break, go get some water. The chief engineer led me towards the north side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what are they, like rat-sized trees? Where was I? We passed through what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their D-ringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats. Oh, perhaps only 50 rats. Faber altogether. 50 rattiest flavour altogether. Working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light beaming out of the stump of the chicken wood, about 6 feet high. It bathed, it bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and was almost too bright to look at. By its light I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An effective fishing operation was set up by the water, and albino rat mending nets, while others stabbed sharpened sticks into waves. Further inland was a barracks where Sergeant Buck drills at small squadrons of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously. Welcome to Marina, said the chief engineer voice, warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will once we've routed the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanquished one of the mounds and left me to explore. Where shall I look first? Let's Let's go chat to the albino rat mending the net. You ever heard of a rat mending a net? An albino rat smiled at me from their work, looking daintily and a little shy. Chicken wood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so it's able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things: blind fish, crabs, sometimes chunks of broken tentacle. But the fishing would never be so good without the rat star. She beamed. I think it only draws the good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know Chief Science Officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Okay, so this is much the same. Let's have a look at what this thing actually is. An excitable looking rat was peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes on what appeared to be real paper. Blue as a sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. It's not star, of course, not really. But try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer does not want me working too hard to convince him. Says it is better for morale, but just look at it. Look, she offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough. Wow. One of my eyes to see the truth what she was studying. It was something amazing, but unlike any I'd seen before. Cynthiat. Blue as sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of the colours was tremendously soothing. Chief Science Officer tilted his feather as they handed our goggles back. Those of us who have been to the cavey side of the island and lived to tell about it say there's plenty of glow there, plenty of light in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took it from the island centre, Mount Aratokat. Not only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling up the sides of the walls, but nothing that glows save this. It is ours now. No one can take it from us. Good for you. Let's check out these barracks. The drill sergeant appeared to be sizing me up where a few rats around, ready to launch. Were the few rats around her ready to... She had all she had. Let me try again. Third time's the charm. Were the few rats around her really all she had to launch an attack? We were fighting impressive odds. I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction, and the sergeant's mistress offered me a bit of chicken with jerky to gnaw. There's more of us below, she explained, but not enough. The caves are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food and tools and the fur on our backs. We can fish and we can nibble on the chickens, but we can't make the guns out of trees. The cavies came up with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We're raiding them sometimes, but there's few of us and we can never hold onto territory gained for long. But there's no consequence. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace and to build our republic. And the rat star said, hopefully after a moment. Of course we want that too. Skaven, look at that, how Skaven they look. That's adorable. Right. War Council, let's go see what they want. The bells of War Council rang. I was summoned. Gotta be careful not to step on any. I do love little mercies. Chief Engineer emerged from underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as weapons experts, strategists and field commanders. So you're going to help us beat the cavies, he said. Hard edge to his voice, but how exactly? I offered my strategic assistance. We engineered the distraction that the LBs could use to plunder the cavie ships and turn the tide in their favour. Or, I could say, maybe, I determined to take the lead. I had a ship, I had cannons. We would steer her to the southern side of the island and have those uppity animals. 40% or 75. I have nothing to offer. We will take... King took it. We will take the 75. A questioning beast. I dressed up one of my sailors in a mess of shabby cloth, smeared the prisoner's honey and instructed him to roll around a black earth to the island. Soon we had a glorious mud monster to send thrashing through the chicken woods towards the cavies. The distraction worked perfectly. The cavies diverted their forces towards the makeshift beast, leaving the rats with very little opposition, and they plundered the grounded ship. They returned triumphant, as did Mizea, laughing, having led the cavies on a merry chase. Within a few hours, the rats' diligence had resulted in the building of a remarkable cache of weapons, with which they successfully routed the enemy. The rats ever shared their spoils in addition with the promise of food and fuel, whatever that word is. You succeeded in the Vile's challenge. Nice. Two houses alike in dignity, not that this is saying much more. Hail Maruda. An occurrence now occurred. Pygmy Island is now level 4. Vulnerable. Might. Okay. An occurrence Pygmy civilized is now unexceptional. An occurrence Pygmy Island spirit is now 3. Conflicted. You now have 4 bale or something. You now have 1 something of something. And I have a shitload of fuel. Sweet. Paraboiler linen. And Chinatilac. The house of the Cabbie has fallen. Morada was triumph. All that remains were the celebrations and the congratulations of the continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. Then, after all, was a ship without a few rats. I'm not. I don't want to take any rats. Hang on. I interceded on behalf of the cases. They were crushed, defeated, and I could see that the spirits broke without the light as the rats started to guide them. They needed an advocate. We had eaten our fill of business and was concluded it was time to continuation. Don't be the monsters that you defeat. That would be stupid. I appealed to the chief engineer's moral fortitude and sense of fair play. Perhaps Cavey suffered the loss of the light from the centre of the island. Perhaps they were only trying to get it back, not steal it from the rats. The chief engineer looked troubled, but shook his head. You fought one battle, Captain, he said gravely. We've fought hundreds against them. They're monsters, pure and simple, and the sooner we get rid of them, the better. Rid of them? I saw, by the light of the schniggers, a dozen rats using the steam printed supplies to build something that looked remarkably like a sausage machine. An occurrence. Your memories making the rats quality is now 2. You could not forge peace between the rats and the cavies. That's a shame. They're going to eat them. But they were arseholes and wanted to subjugate them, so they became the enemies, I guess. We had our fill and the void awaited us. Cool. You finish up the dregs of the rats. Surprisingly good wine. They line up to salute you as you leave their victory banquet, escorting you to your ship through the foundations of the new republic. No longer hungry. A new nation's been founded. Oh, cool. We have a nation. We have a report. Anything we can do? Help Mulan resolve this dilemma. I cannot do that. The hairless advisor returned to us because I have to leave and then come back. Request repairs. It's my ship breaks. It costs. Ooh, that's expensive. Mining has not been kind to its enemies. Visit the KV ghetto. Visit the KV ghetto. Mining has not been kind to its enemies. The survivors of the war have been sent to the swamp where they ponder their failure. Rat guards patrol from the top spike walls, passing the time by pelting the wild, just like guinea pigs with sharp rocks. The KVs have little to offer except their gratitude. Simply attempt to broker a union. We'll be stronger if the two houses work together. Successful boost, reduce fed. What do I need? Your pygmy alert quality gives you that chance. So I need to boost spirit. Give us your cunning. We will help you steal the lady's eye. The loss will crush their resolve. This guarantees your rat star, but will cost you 5 vile. I don't want to do that. You can have some food. I'll sneak you some food. There you go, have some food. The regular gate guards do not dare search the hairless advisor. A few careful lies and you get your supplies through that instance. Starving cavies have little to repay your kindness, but offer what little they manage to keep from their ship. Okay, cool. Grease and grimy. So they gave me a box. I until the 6th candle was extinguished. A page from journal. Now we watched the flames step up, and it was a tiptoe to a left. The light grew in the moments before it failed, and so I saw the face of all my companions draw, and the white, as if it was already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself like a dancer, and extinguished dark upon us like a wave, and I heard the hatchlings uncoil. I got a story. Cool. Right, well, I'm going to come off now, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. We've had some fun. We had a revolution with some rats. It was kind of cool, I guess. I will catch you another time. Bye!